Today we are going to learn about a formula for a parabola called vertex form. So just like with a straight line, there's many different forms, and there are with a parabola as well. Oh, I look like a clown, so I'm going to move that out of the way. All right, so concave up or down. On your assignment today, the first slide is just notes. So this is the base equation. The A in front, if that number is positive, that means it's going to be concave up like a U, and if it's negative, it will be concave down like an N. So for this first equation here, this one would be facing down. X-intercepts. So x-intercepts are points along the x-axis. So if we were to take a peek at the coordinates of any of these points, for example, this one is 1, 0. This one here is 4, 0. Any of the points along the x-axis are going to have a y value of 0. So we can take this equation and replace the y with 0 and then solve for x. All right, so I'm going to scribble this down here. 0 equals negative 2 times x. That's super sloppy because I'm trying to write on my screen. Plus 8. All right. We're going to first get rid of the integer over here. So we're going to minus 8 from both sides. That will get rid of that because 8 minus 8 is nothing. And if we minus 8 over on the left, 0 minus 8 is negative 8. So we'll have negative 8 equals negative 2 times x plus 4 squared. Now we want to get rid of that coefficient. So we're going to divide both sides by that negative 2. This will give us 4 equals, we no longer have that coefficient in front, so now we have x plus 4 squared. We can unsquare it by taking the square root. That will leave us with just x plus 4 over here. So if you're kind of confused by that, let's say we have 3 squared and then the square root. 3 squared is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So you can kind of just get rid of the 2. All right, in the square root of 4, we actually have 2 different answers. It could be a positive 2, or it could be a negative 2, because negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. So we're going to have to use both of these. So since we have 2 options, there's going to be 2 x-intercepts. All right, let's say we have a 2. 2 equals what number plus 4? I don't know. Let's minus 4. All right, 2 minus 4 would be negative 2. So x could be negative 2. Or if we went with negative 2 here, negative 2 equals what number plus 4? Again, if we were to minus 4 on both sides, that would be negative 6. So those are the 2 x-intercepts. We'd have one at negative 2, which would be right here, and we'd have one at negative 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there. Okay. This looks super sloppy, so I'm going to just erase everything except for those spots. So negative 2 and negative 6. Actually, hold on. I forgot that you have the little click and drag things. So I'm going to click and drag this to negative 2. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, axis of symmetry. I'm going to go back up here to look at my notes because this is what you'll be doing too. So the axis of symmetry is x equals h. And h is this number here. Now, in this equation, it says x minus h, but in our example, it says plus 4. So what that means is that this really used to say x minus negative 4. So therefore, our axis of symmetry is at x equals -4. I'm going to bring this over here to -4. I'm going to make that a little bit longer. And if you want to make your line longer too, if you click on a blue dot while holding down Shift, the line will stay straight. All right, the vertex has the coordinates h, k. But again, be very, very careful because this says -h. And in this equation, it says +4. So it would be a -4. It's kind of like it's just the opposite of this. So if this is +4, your x value is a -4. And if it said -4 up on top, it would be a +4. So -4 is the first number. And then the second number, it's like the y-intercept value. So 8. So I'm going to put this over here at -4, +8. Right, there we go. And y-intercept. So y-intercept is a point along the y-axis. If I were to find the coordinates of any of these points, so for example, this one would be 0, 1. This next one up here would be 0, 2. This one is 0, 3. So the x is always going to be 0. So I'm going to rewrite this equation, but I'm going to replace, yikes, not sure what just happened there. We'll try that again. So we'll write the equation, but replace x with 0, and then solve for y. All right, parentheses first. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 to the power of 2 is 16. So we have -2 times 16 plus 8. PEMDAS says we have to multiply first before we add. So -32 plus 8. Then if we do that, -32 plus 8 is -24. So our y-intercept is at -24. All right, -24 is a bit far down here. It's not going to fit. That's okay. We won't be able to fit all of our points. Then we would connect the dots that we have. I had already drawn this one, but if you're sketching out your own, you'll just go up to the line button, and then you can choose the curve option.